Hello friends, we'll be discussing a comprehensive problem which will include the preparation of the trading account, profit and loss account and the arrangement of balance sheet, which we'll understand in this specific comprehensive problem itself. So let's start with the one. Now, when we are starting off with the problem here, we understand that this is a comprehensive problem, so we'll solve that accordingly. Now, especially when this is a comprehensive problem, we figure out that we are preparing trading account, we are preparing profit and loss account, and we are preparing balance sheet as well. So this will be one short problem, but it will have a lot of details which will make you understand how three accounts are interlinked and how each account preparation is as much important as it is preparation of the last and final balance sheet here. So make sure you pay a lot of attention while preparing all these three accounts in a simpler format. Let's start with the problem now. Now, the question has been given to us. It is about Sri Mittal Industries Limited, who has given the following details of the trial balance and other information related to it. Now, the first thing that they've given here is the capital amount, which is 8,70,000. Purchase and sales has been given as 6,05,000 and 12,10,000. 6,05,000 is the purchase, 12,10,000 is the sales here. Opening inventory or stock, or rather opening stock, has been given as 72,000. Trade receivables and payables has been mentioned as 90,000 and 1,70,000. Trade receivables is something what we are supposed to receive. Trade payables is the liability that we have. Liability has a credit balance. Trade receivables is an asset, will have a debit balance. So 90,000 is what you're supposed to receive. 1,70,000 is a liability. 14% bank loan has been mentioned as 2 lakh rupees. It has been also mentioned that the loan was taken at the year end. Overdraft has been mentioned, whereby a note has been also stated that it was taken at year end here. Amount is 1,12,000, which has been mentioned. Salaries has been mentioned as 2,70,000. Advertisement expense as 1,10,000. Other expenses as 60,000. Returns has been mentioned as 40,000 on the debit side and 30,000 on the credit side here. Furniture has been mentioned as 4,50,000. Building cost has been mentioned as 8,90,000. And cash in hand has been mentioned as 5,000. Now the total of debit and credit side, or rather debit side total, comes to 25,92,000, and so does the credit side total. They've also mentioned one additional information whereby they have stated that the closing stock, or rather the closing value of the inventory, is 1 lakh rupees at the end of the financial year. So with all these details, you have to prepare first the trading account, profit and loss account, and then the balance sheet. Let's prepare the trading and profit and loss account first, rather the trading account first. So the first account that we have prepared here is the trading account. Items related only to trading account. Basically, what all items will be related to trading account? Direct expense, direct losses, and sales, return inwards, return outwards will be a part of trading account. Rather, on the profit and loss account part, only office and administrative expense and losses will be mentioned there, and similar kind of incomes will be mentioned. So trading account will have only such details. So what we have mentioned in the trading account is the opening stock first of all, which amounts to 72,000. The next one is the net purchase that we have mentioned in the outer column. The reason being, purchase also has certain returns. So the credit returns refers to purchase returns and the debit return refers to sales return. So 30,000 has been subtracted from the amount of 6,05,000 of purchase here. So the total amount that comes out is 5,75,000. This concludes the debit side of it. Now on the credit side, we have sales and the closing stock. But sales is the gross sales, out of which we have to subtract the returns of 40,000 here. So 12,10,000 minus 40,000 will give you an amount that will be mentioned in the outer column, which is 11,70,000, out of which the next part will be the closing stock, which has been already mentioned as 1 lakh. Now with this, we have come to the closure of trading account, whereby we have figured out the gross profit of 6,23,000. This gross profit now will be moved to the P&L account. Hence, the next item that we are preparing here is the profit and loss account. Now, when it comes to profit and loss account, we have only selected items which are a part of it, like salaries first of all, which is 2,70,000 has been mentioned. Next is the advertisement expense, which is 1,10,000. And the last part of profit and loss account debit side is the other expense, which is 60,000. The gross profit that was figured out in trading account has been moved on the credit side of profit and loss account, which is mentioned in the count here. Now, here marks the closure of profit and loss account, because there are no other items, because balance items that are pending in the trial balance will be moved to the balance sheet directly. So all these things have been actually prepared. The balance sheet, or rather before moving to the balance sheet, we have to figure out the net profit. So 6,23,000 is the credit side total, which is of course more as compared to the debit side. Hence, the net profit that we have figured out is 1,83,000 here. Now, once this net profit has been figured out, it will be moved to the balance sheet, which is the last part of this specific illustration, after which we'll mark the closure of this sum. So let's start with the balance sheet preparation now. Now, as you can see, we have prepared the balance sheet for Sri Mittals Limited. We have mentioned the first item on the liability side, that is capital 8,70,000. In that capital, you have to add the net profit that you have figured out in the profit and loss account. So 1,83,000 will be added into 8,70,000, and the balance will be moved in the outer column, which will be 10,53,000. Now, the next item on the liability side will be 14% loan here. That has been mentioned as 2 lakh rupees. The next item will be overdraft, which is 1,12,000. And the last item on the liability side will be trade payables, as we had mentioned that trade payables has a liability balance, credit balance rather, which is a liability supposed to be paid. So 1,70,000 has been mentioned there. Similar to this, we have on the asset side mentioned as building, which is 8,90,000 again. Next is furniture, which is 4,50,000. Next part will be trade receivables, again 90,000, which has been mentioned. Now, closing stock, if you see, has been mentioned in the adjustment side, which is also a part of trading account, which is also a part of balance sheet as well. 1 lakh has been mentioned. And the last item is cash in hand, which is 5,000. With this, we have completed the whole balance sheet. If we tally this balance sheet, we get a common tally, that is 15,35,000. Now, this marks the closure of this specific balance sheet. So, if you see that within this problem, we have figured out how exactly we go about preparation of trial balance, preparation of trading account, preparation of profit and loss account, and preparation of balance sheet. So, using all the details that has been given in the trial balance, we have prepared trading account, we have prepared profit and loss account, and we have prepared the balance sheet as well. So, this marks the closure of this specific illustration. Thank you for watching this video. Stay tuned with Ekeeda and keep subscribing to Ekeeda.